I came across this train trip after reading an article about the best trips to see the changing leaves in fall. Unfortunately, the later dates were all fully booked, but it still looked like a fun day out, so I decided to check it out. The train depot at Blue Ridge is only 80 miles from where I live in Atlanta, so I had a pleasant early morning drive up. It took me about 1 hour and 45 minutes to get there. There are plenty of places to park for free in Blue Ridge and some places where you pay. I parked about a block away in the free parking lot.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Am I going to be famous?
Yeah.
I purchased the 4-hour foliage extended tour with state line layover. There are a variety of ticket options such as senior, first responder, military, teacher and so forth. And there is coach class or premier. I bought the premier seats just to get the full experience. The premier section had a few extras such as dimmed lighting, hot and cold beverages, a snack plate which consisted of cheeses, crackers, strawberries, and a few other items. We also received a tote bag, commemorative pin, and we also had our photograph taken on board for us to keep, with the option of purchasing extra copies if we wanted to.
This is a gorgeous 26-mile round trip down the Toccoa River Valley to the historic towns of McCaysville, Georgia and Copper Hill, Tennessee. We want your trip to be enjoyable, informative, and safe. Please sit back and relax while I review our safety guidelines and general information. If you are riding in one of our open-air cars, please keep your head and arms inside the train at all times. Do not reach out to grab any branches that may be close to the train. Keep the aisles and area around your seat clear so that other passengers may safely pass through the car, and please do not stand in the aisles.
My advice to you is, sit on the right side of the train when you are outgoing. You will get to see better views. The left side is mainly the embankment. The conductor suggests you switch sides for the return trip so everyone gets to see the views.
We are approaching our first view of the Toccoa River. This is a wonderful photo opportunity. It is one of the few rivers in North America that flows north. The Toccoa River is one of the reasons that Fannin County is named the trout capital of Georgia. When the river crosses the state line into Tennessee, it is known as the Ocoee River.
Pay attention, there's a quiz later.
When you travel in the premier section, you are free to roam around the train and explore the other carriages, and so I did just that. The coach section was more spacious than the premier section, having more legroom between the seats. The windows were bigger too. The lighting wasn't dim though, and you didn't get snacks or beverages, but as it's only a 1-hour trip up to Copper Hill, Tennessee, that's not really a big deal. Besides, they do have a carriage where you can purchase snacks and drinks, including alcoholic beverages should you be so inclined. There is an open-air coach with large open windows, which are perfect for viewing the scenery. It has long bench-style padded seating facing out to open air. Again, those on the left side were mainly looking out at the embankment. The right side of the train has the best views. In wintertime, vinyl windows are installed for heat retention. alcoholic beverages carriage, with pretzels, popcorn, and various other snacks, and hot and cold beverages. There are also souvenirs available for purchase to remember your train journey. An alcoholic beverage is for sale, although it was a little too early, even by my standards.
Alright, we're passing through an area that's known as Curtis Switch. Now, 60 years ago, there would have been a sidetrack here allowing a north and southbound trains to pass one another. Matter of fact, 1927, there was a head-on collision here between engines. Either somebody blew the switch or didn't, I don't know which. But it is the only crossing of the river between Blue Ridge and McCaysville, and then whenever we're going to cross over the roadway, right after that roadway, look across the river, and you're going to see an earlier bridge that was put in place in 1880. Now I want you to notice how narrow the structure is. It was put in place for horse and buggy and foot traffic only. The other thing they had here was known as a whistle stop. So if you wanted to get on the train here, you simply raised the red flag. That told the engineer he needed to stop his train. He would stop the train, you'd get on, you'd pay the conductor your ticket fee, and then continue on your way. Today these tracks still go south all the way to Atlanta, still go north to Knoxville. They join what's now the main line, somewhere around Etowah, Tennessee.
After a warm, dry summer, the leaves weren't quite ready to start showing off the glorious reds and oranges just yet. But it was a cloudy and damp day today, and the scenery was quite spectacular. The conductor had repeatedly told us that the train leaves Copper Hills at 1 o'clock, so what better way to wind him up?
1 o'clock.
So we have arrived in the border town of McCaysville, Georgia, and Copper Hills, Tennessee. We have a 2-hour stopover to have a look around this sleepy railroad town and get some lunch. The conductor also told us that the local police strongly suggested that we use the proper crossing zones in town to avoid any unnecessary accidents. We had lunch by the river at the Twisted Tomato restaurant. The calzones were excellent and the local IPA just hit the spot. All in all, this was a very pleasant day out. Make sure you book early to get the trip later in the season for the best viewing of the fall colors. Thanks for watching and please like and subscribe.